I'm Leah Russell with Gordon Community Recreation Department. Today we're going to be making hand-painted flower eggs. You'll need a variety of supplies that you can find at your local crafts store or within your household. So you want to find wooden or plastic dyeable or paintable eggs. They almost look like real eggs themselves. You're going to want to find some different colors of paint. These ones are washable. This is washable paint, but the instructions that we're going to attach to this video calls for acrylic paint. So my recommendation is to pick different colors that are very spring-like and Eastery, like your greens, your yellows, your pinks, your blues, your purples, and then having some white as well if you want to change up the color of the paint and make it maybe a bit more of a lighter green. So I've set up a little painting area as well, just so I'm not making a complete mess. I do have some scrap paper that I've set down just to either, if I want to mix some of my colors, some whites with some purple, or if I want to make a mess on my sheet itself. In terms of brushes, you may want to pick a few different shapes and sizes, just depending on what you want to design on your egg itself. I've also have some Q-tips, and they are handy in making small details or little circles on your eggs as well. So the first thing you want to do, depending on the color that your egg comes in, if it's a different color, you may want to apply a thin layer of white. Some may already come white already, so you already have your base all set up. So your designs for your eggs can really be anything that you'd like to create. Some examples are you can create circles using your Q-tips. They are quite handy to have. You can also paint flowers on them. These eggs are great to use at Easter and to keep as a keepsake for future years to come. So an example of an egg that I created was with some flowers, and I'm just going to add some circles on it just to fill in some of my space here. I'm going to grab a different Q-tip. This can get messy depending on your age. Little kids who are doing it, but it's also quite fun. And it doesn't have to be a masterpiece. I'm going to admit I'm not the most craftiest person, but it's all about creating your own designs. The great thing about using washable paint is it's quite easy, a bit more easier to clean up after. And for your flowers, generally what I've been doing is using a smaller paintbrush to create my petals. I'm going to grab a blank egg here. Let's see if I can do it. You're going to make your petals. And you can amend it and kind of create it as you do it. And you're going to fill them in. And for my middle, my flower, I'm going to use some yellow. So your creation is very much your own to create. With your flower designs, you can also add some leaves on the side. I'm just using a finer brush here to create my petals. Or if you want to make some grass at the bottom. Sometimes I find it's good to do a part of your egg, set it off to the side to dry, and then come back and add more to it later, just so that you're not potentially putting your fingers all over your newly painted design. Once you're finished with your egg creations and you're happy with your masterpieces, you can choose to display them however you want. One idea is in a little Easter basket that you can fill with your eggs that you've painted. And make sure they're completely dry before you do this step. So the instructions on how to make these eggs, or I should say the supplies needed to create your egg creations, will be attached to this video. And you can also use any craft supplies that you have in your house. Hope you enjoy making this craft, and if you want to share some of your creations, you can post them to this video, and I hope you have an excellent time.